You've probably seen images like this before, but what if it was real? What if Earth had rings like Saturn? Today we're going to find out exactly that. When you think of planets with rings, Saturn is the first that comes to mind. But did you know there are many other planets in the solar system with rings? Jupiter, Neptune, and even Pluto have rings. Some are opaque and miles wide, while others are translucent and stretch for hundreds of thousands of kilometers. Most are only a few miles wide. Earth already has rings, but they're invisible. These rings are made of rock and dust and are so thin that they cut and be seen with the naked eye. They're also opaque. If Earth had thicker, more translucent rings, they would appear to glow at night. Let's start by making Earth a bit wider. Its rings will be more opaque and reflective, similar to Saturn's. At about 186,000 kilometers from Earth's center, the rings will begin. They'll be mostly opaque, reflecting most of the sun's rays. As you get closer to Earth, the rings become more translucent, allowing more stars to shine through. The inner ring will be only a few miles wide and reflect more light than the outer ring, creating a beautiful contrast against the dark backdrop of space. But wait, there's more. During certain times of the year, the rings will line up perfectly with the sun and the moon, casting giant shadows on Earth's surface. It's going to look like an alien world. The rings will also have a profound effect on our planet. Earth's atmosphere is already affected by rings of debris and dust. Every year, for example, noctilucent clouds form in Earth's mesosphere, 30 to 50 kilometers above the ground. They're so high that they orbit around Earth's poles. When the sun hits these clouds just right, they reflect light and glow brilliantly. With larger rings, we'd see more of these high-altitude clouds, which could be fun to watch, but also cause problems. Satellites that orbit close to Earth would be affected by the rings. Some satellites, for example, use low Earth orbits to take pictures of our planet. Larger rings could block our view of Earth or make it harder to see through the clouds. Of course, all of these changes would also affect our climate. More heat would be reflected back into space, possibly causing an ice age. Also, because the rings are opaque, they'll be very hot during the day. Temperatures could reach 250 degrees Celsius. At night, however, temperatures in the rings will drop dramatically, reaching negative 250 degrees Celsius. That's a crazy temperature difference. And it would cause powerful winds to blow from the hot outer ring to the colder inner ring. On the bright side, people would love to visit Earth's rings. Many tourists would go to the highest mountain peaks and resorts to get a glimpse of this amazing phenomenon. Hotels would offer special packages with rooms that have a view of the rings. They'd call them ring light evenings. How romantic. If you were born in the 21st century, you're probably used to seeing videos with subtitles or dubbing. This is because most of the movies and shows we watch today aren't in our native language. Fortunately, many streaming services don't support multiple audio tracks in 4K. This means you often have to choose between watching a movie in 4K but with subtitles or in HD with your preferred audio track. Now let's take things to the next level. Let's make the rings wider and more reflective. They'll now stretch from 37,000 to 186,000 kilometers from Earth's center. During the day, the sky will be filled with a bright glow. Looking up at the sky will be similar to looking directly at the sun. Of course, you shouldn't do that. At night, the view will be equally amazing. The sky will be filled with countless stars. You might even see shooting stars, but instead of hot rocks, there'll be chunks of ice. Watching the sky at night will become a popular activity. Many people will organize viewing parties, similar to meteor showers. And finally, here's something you won't see in any of the pictures. Because the rings are so wide, you can actually hear them. As the ice chunks fall, they'll hit the atmosphere and make a loud roaring sound. It'll sound like a waterfall, but a million times louder. Scientists estimate that such rings could have formed after a comet or asteroid crashed into Earth in the past. Although large rings may be beautiful, they'd be a danger to our planet. So let's just be glad that Earth's rings are mostly invisible. Now, it's time for you to make your voice heard. Leave a comment below and tell us what you thought of this video. Also, before you go, make sure to subscribe for more updates. I'll see you soon.